Hey people. Back at home. Back at the piano. Was struck today by a wave of sadness that I wasn't prepared for. Driving around, I was running some errands, and all of a sudden, it dawned on me, I'm back home, I'm back in Albuquerque, I'm back in New Mexico, and it dawned on me that this week that I just had with Annalise was over, and that this time is over. And it's so ironic what I was saying the other day in my post about letting things end. Letting things, when we come to the end of an experience or a time or a chapter, I was kind of encouraging myself to let it actually end, to let myself feel the ending of it, rather than say, oh, we'll do it again next summer. Rather than project myself forward into a way of kind of holding on to the experience, I was encouraging myself to genuinely let go and see what that engenders, and see if by feeling the ending of something, that also creates space for something new to come through me, right? So I know that I went into this kind of in my other post, but what I wasn't prepared for was coming back today and feeling this pang. It was just because I got out of the house, I was just running kind of mundane errands, and all of a sudden I just had some time to think, and I started reflecting and realizing, oh my God, this whole phase, the last couple of months since we moved, I've been taking Annalise to the pool. I've been just hanging out with her because that's what we needed. And today I found myself going, oh, this week of vacation we just did, we should make that a tradition, which I love that idea, having a father-daughter vacation every year. And then, funny enough, a family friend flew into town this afternoon, and I was talking to her, and I just mentioned how this time had been, and she was like, oh, you should do this every year. And I was like, okay, that's a good sign. That means I'm onto something here. But in the spirit of what I was saying before, I actually don't want to lean into that just yet. It's not that I don't want to acknowledge that, but I don't want to use that to fail to receive the moment now, which is that this phase is ending. This phase of me having a 3-year-old and having a summer where she just needs me. And the kind of thing that I'm noticing that's most to me about this is a lot of this summer has felt difficult to me because I felt like I can't get any work done. I can't string the hours together to really kind of put my focus on just various work things that I wanted to accomplish or that I thought I wanted to accomplish. And what's amazing to me is that so that kind of was the summer, and then we built to this beautiful, beautiful week of just me and the girl, and her mom wasn't there, and so it was a new experience for me of managing her and making sure that she was going to be just not so much the day-to-day, whatever, just doing stuff for her, but being prepared at all times to be that emotional presence of the mother that I knew she was gonna, she still needs, and that she wasn't gonna have access to through her actual mother. It was like I had to become the mother for this period as well as the father. And so this time built to this incredibly intense phase where we just had this time. And as soon as it did, I realized, oh my God, this is the most beautiful thing in the world. What on earth more could I want? And now that sort of intense week is over, we have 2 days before she starts school. I'm going to have the next 2 days with her still, but because Katie's going to be busy. But then it's really going to be go time, and our schedule's going to change, and my days are going to change. And receiving all of a sudden that's happening. Fills me with this it's just a sense of poignancy. I'm letting go of something unspeakably beautiful, and that time's not going to come back. We're going to have other beautiful times, but that time's not going to come back. And the thing that most scares me about the period that I've just been through, and I suppose fear probably isn't, fear is never really not a great thing to cultivate or put too much focus on. But the thing that where I realize, oh wow, this is something to clock, is that I ever had any resistance to this. It's almost like this period was my lesson. It was my lesson in receiving this level of beauty and connection with my daughter and ease. Being on the plane with her, being in airports with her, being everything for her. That I ever resisted that feels, that I ever wondered, how I'm not getting any work done, that I ever had any impatience about it or any kind of reservations about it. That's the thing that makes me go, oh wow, how blind we can be. I had an image come to me recently. This is in the context of various other projects and people I'm working with, but also this period with Annalise. The image was of a blind alchemist, and I just imagined this blind alchemist. An alchemist, a man who practices the art of turning lead into gold or other substances into gold, creating gold basically. And this image of a blind alchemist who keeps getting piles of gold dropped in his lap, but because he's blind, he doesn't know that they're gold. And so he goes about trying to turn them into gold through various techniques and practices and molecular combinations and sending it through machines in different temperatures and velocities, and applying gravity and exposing it to microwave background radiation, and whatever weird techniques he comes up with to turn something into gold. And the only problem is he's blind. He doesn't know it's already gold. That to me is like every moment of our life. In any moment that we are not seeing that it's already gold, we're like a blind alchemist. We're trying to turn the moment into gold. We're trying to create abundance. We're trying to change something about our circumstances that will turn our circumstances into gold. And every single moment of the time they already are. So I think, that's what's coming through today is realize, waking up to the fact that every single moment of our life is gold. And if we can see that, then we can have all that gold. Then we receive all of that, as opposed to thinking that what's happening now is something that we have to turn into something else before it's what we need or what we want. That's where I am today, people. Love you. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you deeply. It's nice to be back home. Thanks so much for all the engagement and hearing what I'm saying. See you soon.